I know. It has been like a good couple of days since I've made a video. Probably on Wednesday's been a good couple of days, but that was because I've been super busy with work. It's been stressing me out, and I've been trying to calm down. But we're finally back. I finally have more energy to do this, so we're gonna do this right. What is going on, you guys? It is your truly the real Sakurai here, and finally we get to watch this death battle. Now I know y'all were probably expecting me to do this because I was definitely psyched to see this after the last death battle that I watched. So this is probably going to be either one of the most awesome or one of the most fucked up death battles that I've ever seen. Because this is Carnage versus Lucy from Elfen Lied. Now, keep in mind, I've watched Elfen Lied, and as torn as I was about the anime, I still leisurely enjoyed it. Because of the fact that Lucy got her revenge against the motherfuckers who hurt her. But that's either here or there. Let's watch this right now. Alright, here we go.
The ScrewAttack/Rooster store. Head to store.roosterteeth.com and you guys can pick one up. It's a great way to support the show.
If my ex-wives have taught me anything, it's that there's no real limit to crazy.
Oh my.
Carnage, Marvel's dangerously insane psychopath.
Yep.
Or Lucy, the messed up murder lady from Elfen Lied.
Elfen Lied. It's German.
Yeah, whatever. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our
Now I don't know who's gonna come out at this the winner. I don't know.
Who would win a death battle? Cletus Cassidy didn't have the chance to be a well-adjusted adult.
Right.
Because his entire family was already crazy. While Cletus was just a boy, his father got sent to jail for killing his mother.
Oh God!
Because she had tried to kill Cletus.
Which she did because Cletus had tortured and killed her dog Fifi.
Well, go Miss Cassidy. All dog murderers deserve death, even if they're 8. Right, Jack Spaniels?
Oh my God!
Good boy. Oh, and Cletus murdered his grandma too, because she's kind of a bitch.
He didn't stop there and wound up burning down his own
Damn!
orphanage. Years later, he was finally arrested and convicted for 11 murders.
You mean the 11 murders they knew about?
But while in prison, Cletus found that he wasn't alone. In fact, his cellmate just so happened to be Eddie Brock.
Who you may know is that
creepy
guy covered in black ink called Venom.
That ink is actually a symbiotic alien known as a Clintar. This symbiote bonded with Eddie.
Okay, so they're called Clintars. Okay. I didn't know that, y'all. Actually, I forgot. I forgot that.
It was pregnant. Oh, time to go out for cigarettes, Eddie.
Well, symbiotes actually reproduce asexually. When Eddie became Venom once again, the symbiote sort of oozed out its spawn and left it there.
Just like me and my dad. Well, this new symbiote immediately attached itself to Cletus, but unlike the Venom one, it merged through a cut on his skin, creating this suit made out of blood.
Oh, that's why it looks like that. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm sorry. I know y'all think that I'm like this diehard Marvel fan. I'm honestly not. I don't know much about the origin between symbiotes and their real name and whatever and how they came to be. I didn't know that Carnage literally got spawned from a cut on his skin. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. And I didn't know that Carnage literally was born from Venom. I didn't know that. And they're called Clintars. That's something I'm gonna have to remember in my mind. I'm gonna have to make a memory blank and just put that in there and remember it. Duly noted.
Ew, that doesn't seem sanitary.
And together they became Carnage.
A fitting name for a psycho mass murderer.
Yeah.
Cletus and his new symbiote quickly got up to what they knew best, creating maximum carnage. Remember that game? It was great.
And with his new superpowers, he was a vicious force to be reckoned with. He has the same superhuman strength, speed, and durability as Venom, and supposedly even greater, like a Venom 2.0.
He can shapeshift to make all sorts of killer weapons, like axes, swords, and spikes. He can even rip those weapons off himself or launch them at his victims. Have you ever tried ripping your fingers off and throwing them at people? Because that's just kind of what Carnage does.
The symbiote can also reach out with dozens of chaotic, blood-soaked tendrils, perfect for strangling the people he doesn't want to see anymore.
Wow.
With a single touch, Carnage can infect a person with a portion of his symbiote, controlling or torturing them at his leisure. He has unbelievable regeneration, and even if somebody finds a way to disable his suit, the Carnage symbiote lives inside his bloodstream.
Oh, wow.
Through something as meager as a paper cut.
Also, the symbiote literally sees everything around it. It's kind of like wearing a suit made of eyeballs.
But let's say you're able to dodge his projectiles, outrun the tendrils, and get out of sight from the eyeball suit.
Right.
You're still not safe. He will catch you, because he can sprout wings and fly.
What the hell? Since when?
Since realizing that shapeshifting is a really, really useful ability.
So
Huh?
he's able to fly, he's totally aware of everything around him, and he's full of blood? This guy's like a giant mosquito of death.
Sure. Carnage has said he's at least 10 times faster than the average man. But that's pretty modest, because Venom has shown he can move fast enough to catch up to a bullet after it's fired. And Carnage is frequently shown to be as fast or even faster than him. This puts Carnage over 1,500 miles per hour, over twice the speed of sound.
He's lifted a 50-ton tank, and he can overpower Spider-Man, whose best supported strength feat was lifting that giant machine thing that weighed as much as a 1965 locomotive.
Wow.
Which would put it around 130 tons.
And you know those weird tendril things crawling around his body? When he wanted to find a missing journalist in New York, he climbed to the top of the Empire State Building and just stretched them all out over the city.
He found her by this coastline, and this building nearby looks a lot like the consolidated Edison plant between 14th and 15th Street. That's about 2 miles away.
Damn, he can
As a
stretch
thank
that
you for
long?
saving her, she shot Carnage in the head. Well, fine. Save your own ass next time, lady.
Hey, he was fine. Carnage's durability doesn't come from a sturdy
Well,
build.
at least he
Instead,
tried.
His form is malleable and somewhat fluid.
Well, yeah, because it's...
Technically, his human body still exists somewhere in that massive blood, flesh, and writing tentacles.
It's
But even when
mutated,
he's hit
though.
by a train, struck by missiles, or blasted apart by a tritium bomb, he can always just pull himself back together.
So long as there's a piece of him still around.
He's almost like Deoxys. The reason why I say, hold on.
25 tons of TNT.
The reason why I say he's almost like Deoxys is because Deoxys, if you try to blast through him, its DNA is just gonna regenerate. It's like that. Like Carnage, even if you shoot him in the head, dislocate his arms, and probably shoot him through like the chest, like his chest plates, he can still regenerate. Like there's no ending to him. That's the analogy I was trying to make. I'm not trying to say that Deoxys is anything like Carnage. No, I'm just trying to bring up the point of DNA regeneration. That's all.
Very impressive. Also, he once smothered and survived a gene bomb designed to wipe out all of humanity except mutants.
He's even survived being ripped in half and thrown into space. Seriously, what kills this guy?
He
Right.
does share the same weaknesses as other symbiotes, namely extremely loud noises and heat.
Well, until he traded the sound one for a weakness against some Cthulhu-looking magic.
What?
Carnage has been through a lot, but with 2 minds as one, he always gets back up to keep doing what he loves.
Murder, murder,
And more murder.
more murder.
Oh my. Jesus.
There are some mysteries the world
All right, here we
which
go.
no one is meant to know. Every day, something, somewhere, comes ever closer to destroying everything you hold dear. One such secret is the Diclona.
No big deal. They're just a race of crazy people who want to infect human beings to make more Dicloni and then wipe out all of humanity. Oh, look at the cute little hordes. They look like kitty ears.
To accomplish this, the Dicloni would have to rely on their queen, Kai, better known as Lucy.
Luckily for everyone, some important people figured this out and captured her. And now it's time for your only warning.
Right, Lucy's methods, let's just say they're not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
And let's also say that those lucky important people were about to get very, very unlucky.
Oh God. Yeah, I remember that part. She was.
Jesus Christ, what's happening?
She did not waste any time.
As an infant, Lucy was abandoned by her parents and left alone to suffer a life of constant discrimination.
Yep.
It was the horns, wasn't it?
Right, even the average kid hates growing up in an orphanage, but it was especially painful for her.
Until she found a stray puppy and decided
Oh
to
no,
take
no,
care
not
of
the
it.
puppy.
That adorable
Not the
little
puppy.
bird
I don't want to look
became
at this.
best friends.
I hate this
And
part.
The other kids from the orphanage went out and beat it to death and forced her to watch.
Oh no, let's cut this, please. This hurt me.
No shit, she wants to kill everyone. Go ahead, Lucy. Tear up
I
those
can't look
little
at that.
bastards.
And them little bastards deserved it. They deserved all that. All of that.
Damn.
This was the first time.
I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to keep cutting it, but I hated that part. I hated that scene where those bastard kids took the puppy and took a vase and beat the shit out of it. Well, not even before they did that. That one kid that grabbed it, threw it at a wall, and just started beating on it. And that's another thing I want to say. If any of my subscribers have done this to a pet or a type of animal, I don't want to see y'all in my comment section at all. I don't. People who hurt animals just to hurt someone else, that's fucked up. It's fucked up, and y'all should just die. Like the worst possible death. Well, not even death, but suffer in the worst possible way. Because death is a much more saving grace. Is much better than suffering. Suffering is worse, in my opinion.
Lucy unleashed her psychokinetic vectors. As a Diclonius queen, Lucy is meant to use these vectors to infect ordinary human beings with the Diclonius virus.
Oh, but she uses them for so much more.
For simplicity's sake, think of the vectors as invisible arms, which can sprout from Lucy's back.
Lucy can use up to 28 vectors with a normal range of about 6 to 7 feet. When she gets really serious, her horns grow and the vectors get way longer and stronger.
She can vibrate her vectors at different frequencies, and each level of vibration has different effects.
Kinda like that thing that my ex-wife had on the nightstand. That
Oh,
I thought
wow.
was one of those crazy pens.
At low frequencies, her vectors can pass through objects with no effect. At a medium frequency, the vectors become solid, like extendable hands, while still completely invisible. These can be used as shields and lift heavy objects.
Oh man, if I had those things, I'd be messing with people all the time. Like tying their shoes from across the room. Also, since this seems to be a thing in this episode, she can fly.
It's not really flying, she's just lifting herself off the ground. With
Oh,
the third
sure.
frequency, Lucy turns her vectors into invisible blades. These can cut through people and bend metal.
And with the last and highest frequency, Lucy gets explosive. No, really, at this level, they finally become visible and can strike with enough force to detonate.
Wow.
Damn, they don't call this chick the queen for nothing.
Unfortunately, Lucy is not always in control of what she does. Turns out she has developed several alternate personalities.
Yeah, getting shot in the head can do that to you.
That
Yeah.
injury specifically created New, a passive, almost childlike persona which exists as a coping mechanism for Lucy's trauma.
Right.
As New, Lucy would finally find friends, and began forging a path toward hopeless redemption.
Unlike her third personality, the so-called DNA voice, which constantly whispers in her ear that she's got a job to do. Give them all, Lucy, before they hurt more puppies. Ooh, spooky DNA.
She could do it too.
Yeah.
Lucy's fast enough to block bullets from a point-blank range. And once, she actually saved herself from a bullet after she had already been shot.
Damn.
As in, while the bullet was traveling between her skin and her heart.
It looks like she's getting shot by an MP5, which fires bullets at nearly 900 miles per hour.
With her body type, the distance between Lucy's skin and heart is less than an inch, probably around 2.4 centimeters. Given the bullet speed and the distance her
That's
vector had
impressive.
reached from her back before the bullet hit her heart, her vector had to move nearly 1,900 miles per hour. That's over twice the speed of sound.
She can throw a pen through a guy's skull. Brutal. And even toss this giant boulder.
When compared to this guy, Bando, whom we know is 6 feet tall, we can determine the boulder weighs about 75 tons. Her vectors are also tough enough to block a missile from the Air Force. While the exact model
Golly.
of missile is unspecified, it is fairly large and likely an air-to-surface type.
I bet it's one of the Air Force's SLAM, or Standoff Land Attack Missile, built off the back of the Navy's Harpoon missile. In fact, a harpoon is used against a different Cyclonius at one point. So this beast slammed into her vector at 500 miles per hour with a 1,000-pound explosive yield, and it didn't even phase her. Even without a vector shield, she survived a pretty nasty explosion herself, though it did knock her out.
Impressive, but how about the time she punched through an island? A strike literally compared to nuclear fusion. This kicked up a 100-foot tidal wave and a 9.2 magnitude earthquake. A level so high, there's only been 4 comparable quakes ever recorded.
Her vectors can be as wide as buildings and reach into outer space, except that's about when Lucy reaches her limit.
Right. As a Diclonius, Lucy has a few severe weaknesses. Her vectors can be nullified if she's struck in the forehead, or if one of her horns are broken.
Yeah, true.
Also, if Lucy pushes herself too hard, she starts to melt. Kinda like ice cream out in the Texas sun. It's not pretty. She's just a big puddle of goop with a face, but she's still a total badass, even at her meltiest.
While suffering agonizing pain, she was capable of single-handedly halting a massive military threat, while healing and protecting the person she loved most. Perhaps redemption wasn't so hopeless after all.
Hey, let's watch her kill some more people.
That shit was crazy. Yeah, she was killing everybody.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, you'd be crazy not to get in on this deal. Battle!
Let's go. I don't know who's gonna win this. I don't know. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Alright, Carnage is putting up a good fight. So far. Oh, Lord. Okay. I forget that. Yeah. He's demented. He is so demented.
Doesn't hurt yet. Don't worry. I'll put you out of your misery.
Oh my. Her horns got larger. Okay. Oh, she won?
Kids at the orphanage? Then Cletus.
Oh,
Lucy
shit!
really hates dog killers, and for good reason.
Carnage was a challenging opponent. It was incredibly difficult for Lucy to deal any lasting damage against him.
He had the durability advantage in the bag, though Lucy fighting as a puddle proved she could take a lot of pain and keep on fighting. Sadly, Carnage came up short in pretty much everything else.
Right, Carnage was tough, but not invincible. Even his surviving that gene bomb isn't quite as impressive as it sounds, since he had no other feats to even remotely back up planetary-level durability, and the bomb was more akin to a biological weapon anyway. While Carnage's tendrils could pass speeds of Mach 2, Lucy's vectors once reached into outer space. By timing her accompanying monologue and comparing the longest vector's length to the curvature of the Earth, it's clear she reached over 2,400 miles in 20 seconds max.
Anime logic.
Carnage's 2-mile feet.
All
Anime logic.
Vectors were moving at least 440,000 miles per hour, more than 500 times the speed of sound, and 250 times faster than Carnage.
Good luck getting past that.
Yeah.
And this was really the biggest hurdle. With Lucy's redonkulous speed and Carnage's healing powers, it all boiled down to one thing: who could hit the killing blow first?
True.
I mean, Carnage could respawn from scraps, so the only way to beat him for good was to totally vaporize him.
And Lucy had the perfect answer to that. Remember that time she hit an island so hard she caused a 9.2 magnitude earthquake and a 100-foot tall tidal wave? Such a feat would require an enormous amount of explosive energy, approximately 31,000 tons of TNT, similar to the bomb that hit Hiroshima.
It's literally compared to nuclear fusion in the Elfen Lied manga.
Elfen Lied, it's German.
The point is, in order to beat Carnage for good, Lucy needed to totally obliterate him, and she could do that.
The heat produced within the initial impact of a
Oh
nuclear
yeah, because
explosion
Carnage
can reach
is
temperatures
weak
up
to heat.
180,000 degrees Fahrenheit, more than 18 times hotter than the surface of the sun. And to top it off, heat was Carnage's biggest weakness.
Yeah.
Even if Lucy's explosive force was just a fraction of this, it would still have been far too much for him.
She just needed to smack him before he could power through her vectors.
Right.
Which chances were pretty slim for that happening anyway, because there's a bunch of them and they're so damn fast. Hitting Carnage with a big explosion punch was way easier.
Cletus and his symbiote may have had the endurance, but Lucy's space-worthy speed, overwhelming presence, and nuclear strength won the day.
She dealt the carnage needed for a total victory and took the lead. There, I said it right.
Damn.
Miss Happy.
God
The
damn it,
winner
Boomstick.
is Lucy.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the fight, you can get a free
Alright,
membership
who's
and
gonna
watch our
fight
commentary
next?
videos
I
in
need
the
to
box
know
below.
this. Who's gonna
Thank you,
fight
Chad.
next?
And if you want the battle
If
music
it's
for
anything
this
I'm
episode,
interested
you can
in
get the link
watching.
the description below. You're not Chad.
Transformers versus Gundams? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, we watching that. We are watching that. Also, I wanted to point out in this video, I actually forgot to put in my headphones. So if you hear an echo in like the video, I'm truly sorry. Hopefully from now on, I'm gonna remember to put my headphones on, because that's why I purchased them along with this mic, so that I could get the best type of content and quality for my channel and for my videos. So make sure I don't forget that whenever I do reactions. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video if you like. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, as such. This has been the Real Sakurai, and I hope y'all have a fantastic day and a fantastic week. Tuesday will be officially my 27 years of life of living on this earth. I will be 27 years old, so there's probably gonna be a video about how I've been, doing after all these 27 years. The next time I get off work, expected to see it Saturday, sometime Saturday. But yeah, other than that, this has been me, and I'm gonna get up out. Peace.
Oh, see.